Well, class, welcome back. This is chapter 14, and chapter 14 is all about teamwork. And to start our discussion, I want to give you a quote by Sir Isaac Newton, physicist. And he said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." I think that's quintessential what teams are about. Teams are able to achieve more because they work together. Folks work together to achieve a bigger goal. Members of the team get to see further because working together they were able to build something that provided that elevation necessary. So, what do we take about teamwork? Well, first off is to recognize that there are many kinds of teams. A team may be folks that are brought together to do a specific project. Okay? I want you to build a certain part. I want you to improve a certain item. That's a project team. And then the team is disbanded once they've achieved their goal. You have self-managed teams. Self-managed teams are teams that generally are given a project and with no outside interference, they're told to achieve it. They work together to achieve the goal. A task force tends to be very focused. We want you to achieve X. We often hear about task forces, for example, in crime. You know, you're going to have a task force to fight crime in a certain neighborhood. Or you might have a task force to, in the auto industry, to get companies to be able to survive an economic downturn. It's a task force. Transnational teams are teams that have members who are from different countries, go across national boundaries. And finally, we have virtual teams. That's what we are, all 6 of us. We never are physically together, but through the internet, you two, we're able to virtually join together and achieve some goal. For us, the goal is that of education. What do we know about teams? They are dynamic. What do I mean by that? Well, teams, they form. In other words, they bring the people together, then they storm. There's a little conflict. And then they norm. They start working together, they coalesce, and then they perform. They achieve their goal. So teams are constantly cycling through these status of forming and storming and norming as they give new tasks and as people take on new tasks. And as we discuss a little later on in this discussion, your job as a manager is to effectively manage this process. What do successful teams have? I would suggest to you that the big thing is cohesion. Cohesion in the sciences means things stick together. It's the same thing for teams. Team members don't want to leave. They want to stay in the group. They want to help other people. And what does that achieve? It achieves what we call a synergistic effect. In other words, if you have 5 members, the 5 folks alone would achieve X, but you put them together and all of a sudden they make something bigger. They make 3X. Okay? It's that idea that by bringing their intellects together and bringing their abilities together, they're able to achieve some greater goal. And that's when you have cohesion. Okay? People want to stay in the group and they want to help everybody in the group as well as the group as a whole do better. And I mentioned it before, but I want to mention it again. Teamwork needs effective team management. And what do we mean by that? A good manager of a team is able to effectively resolve conflict. Okay? In other words, as we go through this process of forming and storming and norming, it's no good if it's a constant hurricane of ideas. Somebody has to be able to tamp down the wind, so to speak, and get people to focus and to do certain things in a certain order. That is what team management is all about. If we know it's dynamic, and if we've learned anything from this course at all, I hope you take away is that business is an extremely dynamic environment. Our job as managers is to manage that dynamic situation so that the forming and the storming and norming is productive, so that we can achieve the goal, we can perform. That's chapter 14, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye-bye.